everybody. Welcome to SPTV Never Ends. It is Friday, April 26th, 4:20 a.m. So this is Friday. Really, it's Thursday night to me because, like I said, I don't count it the next day until I get some sleep and wake up again. But officially, it is Friday. We all like Fridays. Hi, Marla. How are you? Welcome. Welcome, welcome. I'm gonna let a few other people get here. I think some people will show up. I don't know. They usually do. They usually do. I've been trying to adjust this headset for 10 minutes and I just can't wait till I get my teeth fixed next week because then I won't have to try to cover my snaggle tooth. Yeah, you don't feel free to get some rest anytime, but I do appreciate you popping in. All I'm gonna start out by reading. I started to write my mom. I haven't finished it, but I wanted to read it and get some feedback on what some of y'all think about it, because I know I probably shouldn't send her anything too traumatizing to her, but I do have a lot of questions, and I don't know. I'll wait just a couple more minutes. Oh my gosh, my studio is such a mess. I rolled in here tonight and I forgot how messy I left it. Oh my gosh, I just couldn't believe it. I must have been tired when I left this room this morning because I usually don't leave it this messy. It's kind of like leaving dirty dishes in your sink. You wake up to a sink full of dirty dishes. That's the worst. Uh, that's how I feel about my studio. I mean, my one of my hooks on my back wall had fallen down and I had a bunch of necklaces hanging on it and some other things and it ended up on the floor and it was a mess. So I picked everything up and just put it on my desk. And so I have this big pile of stuff that I need to put away on my desk. Creativeness is messy. Yes, yes, that's what they say, but I don't know. I think it's because I'm such a Virgo, things have to be like at least in some kind of order. Like I have a lot of stuff, but I always know where everything is, like I can usually go straight to something. Every once in a while, I'll put something where it doesn't belong and have to hunt for it. Hi, nobody. Welcome. No, no, my mom's not creative at all. And my dad, I don't think he is either, but I didn't grow up with him and I don't really know him. He was a football player. He played in high school, college, and then he played pro for 1 year in Canada. And he got hurt and had to quit, but he was all into sports and stuff. I don't know if he was creative or not. So I think creativity, yeah, usually you get it from one of your parents. Like, I mean, usually that's what I hear. People that can sing, usually one of their parents can sing, you know. Yeah, and when someone can draw well, usually at least one of their parents could draw. But what's weird with me is I can't draw very well at all. But hi, Miss Dawn. Welcome. I can't draw at all, but I can paint watercolors a little bit. It's really strange. And I can sculpt. Like, I'm good at three-dimensional. I'm not good at two-dimensional at all. And my ex-husband, he's a artist and He is so good. And he said, well, I didn't used to be able to draw this good. He said, you'll get better, just practice every day, every day. I'm like, no, he had more talent when he started than I ever could have. And I mean, I can say, yeah, you would get better over the years, but you have to start out with a certain amount of, talent to be able to draw. I struggle with drawing. But I did one time. Well, there's this book. It's been out for years and years, and it's called Drawing on the Left Side of Your Brain. And he used to have it, and they said, so I was like reading through it, and they said if you get a picture of like a face or a drawing of a someone's head, a portrait, and they said turn it upside down and just draw what you see. So I did, and when I turned it right side up, it it was surprisingly good. So if you ever need to draw something, try turning it upside down and forget what you're drawing. Just go by, the lines and the spatial parts of, and then turn it right side up and you'll be surprised how good it is. So I thought that was an interesting little exercise. But, and you know what? I forgot about that actually, but I don't find the need to draw that much anymore. Because you see what you see, not what you think you should see. Yeah, I guess that's what it is. Yeah, if you don't think about drawing a face, then it is easier. You're, you're just trying to follow lines instead of like a nose or a mouth. Yeah. But anyway, okay, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna read this if y'all don't mind, and because I want to get some feedback. It's not. It's like two, 3 pages long. It's that letter that I started for my mom. I said, I struggled with, I didn't even want to write Dear Mom. I wanted to write Mommy Dearest, but I'm not trying to start out that mean. Anyway, I wrote Dear Mom. It has taken me so long to write back because I keep going back and forth on how I want to approach this letter and you. I have 5 or 6 older letters I wrote but never sent. I didn't think they would do any good, so I kept them, I guess. There are several things that I don't understand because they don't make sense. They don't make sense to me. I will start there. 1. Why did you choose to get rid of me like trash rather than talk to me like most mothers do when one of their children is causing trouble for them? Don't you think that would have been better for everyone, especially Noah? Noah's my son, you guys. Isn't that what a mother would normally do? 2. Why have you chosen to continue practicing disconnection from me? And then in parentheses, I put FYI, that is what the cult Scientology does. They have ruined more families by not allowing people to have any contact with a family member who leaves the cult. Disconnection is unkind. No, I refuse to sugarcoat it. My words. I refuse to sugarcoat my words. Disconnection is evil. It is very harmful and causes trauma for people. Why would you choose that rather than forgiveness, which allows for healing and reconnection? I'm sure Noah would have appreciated it, and I know I would have. Noah would have benefited from it too. Instead, he saw hate, unkindness, stubbornness, loathing, and unforgiveness. Thanks, Mom, for teaching him that. I can only pray that he sees the error you made, and continue to make. How, okay, 3, how, when you know how it feels to be separated from your kids, could you promote the separation of me and Noah? Do or did you not think Noah loves his mother. Don't you think it's healthier for a mother to be in her child's life? Do you not think I deserve to be a mother to my child? Why do you think it's okay to separate your own daughter from her only child? I mean, temporarily I can understand. And then I stopped there. It's kind of brutal, isn't it? Welcome, um, Tiggs. And I think you're the only new one from the UK. Welcome. Yeah. But, yeah, see, reading it back, there's a few things I think I should change in it. It's a little, I think I could maybe put those questions a little nicer, or some parts of the question a little nicer anyway. I knew I would change it. Hi, PPP. Welcome. I just read the part of the letter that I wrote to my mom. Miss Dawn says, I would say it's just blunt honesty. It is. Hi, welcome. My mind went AWOL. 2006, that's a long time ago. That's funny. What are we talking about today? We can talk about anything, really. But my mother disconnected from me 5 years ago, and um, I she wouldn't talk to me until about a month ago. She wrote me a letter that was 2 sentences long, saying that she forgave me a long time ago for being a drug addict, but she still can't have me in her life. So I've been putting off writing her back because I have a lot of questions I want to ask her, and but I don't think it's going to do any good. So anyway, hi Jazzy girl, welcome. So I started to write her the latest one yesterday, or night or day before yesterday, and I just read part of it, and it's not one I would send like it is anyway. But I am more than willing to change subjects. I don't even know what to talk about. You know what I was thinking of doing is because I make jewelry and I have so much of it, um, I'm thinking of going on in the afternoon sometime and like having a jewelry show, just showing. I'll pick out a certain amount of necklaces, bracelets, earrings, and just showing them so people can get an idea of what I do, and then I might be able to sell some too. Or if, and I do special orders a lot. Um, I probably do more special orders than anything because I don't have an outlet for everything yet. Like, I need to get an, I keep saying it, I need to get an Etsy page. I mean, an Etsy store. And I actually might start putting that together in the next couple of days. But yeah, I like to create much more than I like to try to sell it. That's my problem. So when I think of sitting down to get an Etsy store going, I look at my desk and a project that's half finished, and so I think, well, I'll just go ahead and finish this, and then I'll start my Etsy store. But by the time I finish my project, I'm not wanting to get on the computer and do all that. It's a lot of work. I'm not complaining, but to just to take, oh, my tooth looks terrible. Just to take photographs of everything. I can't even put everything I have in my store. I have way too much, but just taking the photographs, that is a lot of work because I'm not a photographer, and to make them look decent enough to to post online, I have to do a lot of editing to each photo. So that's a lot of work. And then, um, like, you have to put a description of each piece. And like when I go in there and look at other people's stores and read their descriptions, they're very they're very clever with their wording and stuff, and so I mean that's a whole nother thing you have to do just to get the descriptions down and I don't know, it's just a lot of work. How's your watch hours going? Oh, my watch hours are not very good. The other I haven't checked since yesterday before I went to sleep, and I wasn't even at 1,000 yet. You have to have 3,000. You have to have 500 subs and 3,000 watch hours to begin to ask for monetization. So, yeah, I'm not doing so good on the watch hours, but I'm thinking I should probably go on at least for an hour every night after cricket, because that would help. Some nights I'm just so tired, you know. I did sleep. I didn't get out of bed till 7 o'clock tonight, you guys. I was out like a light today. I think I slept better today than I can remember in a long time. I really slept good. And usually I have my TV on when I fall asleep, and they say you get better sleep if it's quiet. And now I'm starting to think that may be true. But yeah, so I'm thinking of going on every night just to make myself, just to try to get watch hours. Because I really do need to raise money for this cruise. So listen, I want to run something by you guys too. So 5 years ago, when I was homeless in Austin, I had just a manual wheelchair. In Austin, downtown, I was staying at the Salvation Army when I first got there, and it's real hilly in downtown Austin and real hard to roll a regular um, wheelchair. And so I did a GoFundMe page, and all of my high school friends pitched in, and I was able to buy an electric scooter. And that saved me, believe me, it saved me. And so I, my friend, a high school friend, I was talking about the cruise a couple of weeks ago to her and how I needed to sell some more jewelry. And she's like, why don't you do a GoFundMe page like you did for your scooter? And I said, well, anyway, she talked me into it. And so I, excuse me, and it's different. GoFundMe's different than it used to be. It's way different. It's a whole separate website. When I did it before, it was through Facebook, you know, and now it's not. It's like a separate website you go to, and anyway, it's just different. So I posted it on my Facebook page, and this past weekend, I was catching hell from some people in, I'm not even going to say exactly where, but from some people in the chats on SPTV. Well, it wasn't even SPTV specifically, but in the chats, people that are in the Scientology, you know, or ex-Scientology community, SPTV community, they were like acting like it was a terrible thing for me to have done that. And I haven't really been pushing it or anything. I haven't gotten a donation yet. And like, I felt like I was being shamed or something. But anyway, so, and the post, when I wrote it, I mainly wrote about this. I wrote a story about how I was in such a bad place, so much depression. And I can't remember. I didn't say why, but it's because I was separated from my son and all that mess. But I put that I had to pull myself out of, the bad place that I was in. And so I went online and I landed in this wonderful community that I'm a part of now. And I explained everything about SPTV and stuff like that. And I talked a little bit about, how bad Scientology is and how they're they traffic children and stuff like that. How happy I was and like how I can smile again, and that there's a cruise that a lot of that was set up that was formed because of the SPTV community, and that I'm going on it, but I have to um, like I didn't, and this is what I think my mistake was. I just put a total, and it seems kind of big, but like I have to rent a scooter for 8 days on the ship, which is an extra $300, and like flying to Miami and back, that's an extra $300. And like, but I didn't specifically like itemize all this stuff, so I'm thinking I should have probably, itemized what the money was going to go to. I don't know. What do y'all think? Do you think that might help? I did see Nora and Mitch tonight. I missed a little bit of it because I had just woken up, and oh, I didn't see it live. I watched the replay. That's what it was. I watched the replay, and I need to go back because I missed a big part of it because I was in the kitchen making my coffee and um, feeding my dog, and so I missed part of it. But there's some parts on there that I liked, but I mean, Mitch can't help himself. He's just Mitch. But I did see him try, a few times, which I thought was was good of him. But yeah, um, what did y'all think of the Nora and Mitch thing? I'm glad they seem to end up pretty good. We'll see how long that lasts. Like I said, I just think Mitch will have a hard time keeping it not about him, and that rubs people wrong. It just does, and he just doesn't realize, I don't think, how much he does that. But yeah, try to sell his book. Yeah, but I see, to me, I can understand that. That's not the part that bugs me so much. Um, yeah, I don't mind him trying to sell his book. I really don't. I know a lot of people don't like that, but if I had a book, I would probably be trying to push it. I mean, I talk about my jewelry a lot and selling it, but yeah. Um, I just don't think he like sees the whole. I don't think he totally understands like where Surge and the second gens are coming from, like the abuse that they suffered. I think I just think he doesn't get it. Um, I think he doesn't realize how bad and damaging it was to them, for some reason. I think maybe he's too caught up on what he experienced, and he's in his mind, it, what he experienced was so bad that he can't really empathize or sympathize with the second, the people that were born in, um, which is a big mistake because I think he was traumatized, definitely, but he needs to be able to think past himself a little bit also, you know. Uh, like I feel sorry for him. I feel bad for him too. I feel more sorry for the kids that were born in it and the trauma they experienced and what they have had to heal from, or trying to still heal from. I think it was much more damaging. I mean, there's no comparison really if you're a kid and go through that compared to if you're an adult and go through that. Way different. Way different. It was maddening, Liz's chat during that stream. Oh, really? There was trolls? Yeah, In the replay, I don't know if there was a if the chat was on replay. If it was, I wasn't watching it, but I don't remember seeing the chat up during the replay. I don't know. I need to go back. Chat got was getting rowdy and people getting mad, arguing with each other. Wow. Huh. Yeah, it's weird. I don't remember seeing. Maybe they didn't replay the chat because of that. I think that's possible. I get. I don't think you have to have the comments up on the replay, right? Um, what was I gonna say? Oh, I was on. Serge and Miriam did a live earlier tonight too, and I was in that chat and excuse me, I was in that chat and there was one troll and the troll never left, and which was fine because we were taking care of the troll. You know, they say don't feed the trolls, but sometimes I say stuff, sometimes I don't. And I did tonight because I don't know. I had so much backup. I guess that's why, but okay, bye, Miss Dawn. Get some rest, and you have a great night too. Thanks for stopping in. I appreciate you. Yeah, but the people were saying that it was Stephanie Hutchinson that was trolling Miriam and Serge. It sounded like it could be her, but I guess you never really know who it is. I just can't imagine these people. Why is it so much fun to troll? I mean, it's people saying mean things to you all the time. I just don't get why that would be fun, you know? I mean, it is attention, but it's like bad attention. I don't want any bad attention. This is the only chat you talk on, just trying to help your algorithm. Thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. I really do. Um, and I was thinking of that earlier too. Like, there's a lot of people that don't talk in the chats. They like listen. And I was wondering, is that because like they're busy doing other things and they're not watching watching the chat? They're just kind of listening, or is it because they're too shy? Or I guess it could be both. A lot of times I will have it on in the background, so I'm not reading the chat. I'm just listening while I'm working. But I guess there's a lot of people that are shy. I have a hard time not saying stuff though. If I hear something that like pertains to me or that I'm passionate about or something, I have to like get right in there and say my 2 cents. That's what I feel like sometimes too. Like, Kelly, they don't care. It's your opinion. It's your 2 cents. Don't even. I have to stop myself a lot of times from saying stuff. Yeah, chats go too fast to answer anything. Yeah, that's so true. Um, and like in the bigger chats, a lot of times I don't. All I'll do is say hi just to check in, kind of. But yeah, I don't talk in a lot of them after saying hi because, like I've said it over and over. I feel lost in the crowd a lot, and if I'm gonna say something, I at least want to know if people hear me or not. I don't feel like I'm talking to myself. Oh yeah, you are on replay a lot, huh? Yep. Now, is all of the UK on the in the same time zone? You know, like in the United States, we have 4 different time zones. Sometimes it's sometimes it's three. Certain certain times of the year. I know because Arizona, no, there's always four. Sorry, sorry, sorry. But Arizona doesn't change their time. They always have the same time. But I think every other state changes the time. But there's four time zones here. I'm just wondering if the UK, if there's different time zones. Um, I emailed Fluffer Squirrel tonight. I think she's coming on this weekend, I hope. If not, it will be next week. But, and Tiggs, you said yes, same. I'm not sure if that was about the time zone being, if y'all have different time zones or GMT. Okay, that's all. So y'all only have one time zone. Is that, I guess that's because it's so small. I guess, you know what? I really do need to look at a map of the world, you guys. My geography is terrible, just terrible. And I think the United Kingdom is smaller than I realize because if it's one time zone, then it has to be a lot smaller than I think it is. And what does GMT stand? What's the I know what T stands for. What does what does GM stand for? Like I'm on Eastern time zone, EST, Eastern, ES I guess is for oh, it's Eastern Standard. EST, Eastern Standard Time. We're tiny compared to the US. Yeah, I guess so. Um yeah, because I'm on the Atlantic Ocean, so that's Eastern. Um, but I don't know what GM stands for. Greenwich. Oh, okay. That makes sense. That makes sense. Huh. I wonder how many time zones there are, you guys. That would be a good. I'm going to Google that. I'm going to ask how many time zones, unless one of you know. There has to be a lot. I guess there couldn't be more than. There couldn't be more than 24, right? Because there's 12 hours, but there's AM and PM, so that means there's 24 different times. But are there that many time zones? I'm imagining that there are, but I could be way wrong. I don't know why stuff like this interests me, but it does. How many time zones are there in the world? Yep,
24 regions.
24.
According to Seiko, there are 24 regions around the world with a time difference of 1 hour. This system has been adopted internationally by setting the total time difference around the world as 24 hours. Further, daylight saving time is individually adopted in countries and regions.
Aha. Thank you, Siri. Huh. 24. Yeah, I kind of answered that for myself, but I wanted to make sure because I I hate saying something and not knowing if I'm correct or not. And if I ever say something that is wrong, I need to be corrected. I don't like people to just let me go around saying stupid stuff. So y'all correct me when needed, please. Oh, goodness. Goodness, goodness. My legs hurt so bad. My legs have been hurting like extra bad the past week. It started last week. I was supposed to get up and make an appointment today with a new pain management doctor because I got a new referral in the mail from my general practitioner doctor, and I slept right through it. Um, but yeah, I need to get on the ball and get a pain management doctor again that will help me. This is no way to live. Pain stinks. But anyway, are y'all getting tired too? I mean, I don't know what else to talk about tonight. I'm gonna, after I get off of here, I'm going to straighten up my studio and wait for Fluffer Squirrel to call. And hopefully, we'll be able to figure out a time that works for both of us. 5 hour time difference is a lot when you're trying to like schedule something, like schedule a live, because you don't want to go on too early and like early evening is always real busy. People are always going on like late afternoon, early evening, up until about what 10 o'clock at night. And 10 o'clock at night here is only 7 o'clock in California, so they're still going strong at 10 o'clock my time. 10, 11, 12, 1, 2. That's 3 in the morning in the UK. That's weird. It's 7 o'clock in the evening in California, and it's 3 o'clock in the morning in the UK. Hi, Maya. Welcome. Space Trace, welcome. Welcome, welcome, y'all. Let's talking about the time zones. And we did we did find out there are 24 different time zones in the world. And Maya, I forgot if 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 it's like how many hours ahead or behind are you from the UK? I know the UK is 5 hours later than the eastern part of the United States. They're 5 hours ahead. So, are you ahead or behind the UK, Maya? Maya is in Norway. You're an oh, okay. Oh, I think you told me that last night. That now that or last night or the night before, I don't remember. Yeah, that's right. You're only an hour different from them, so you're 6 hours ahead of me. Aha. Oh, these headphones are sliding around on my ears. 1 hour ahead. So let's see. If it's 5 o'clock, almost 5 o'clock, 6, 7, 8, 9, yeah, 10. So it's 11 o'clock where you are. It's almost lunchtime for you, and it's almost bedtime for me. But I'm not going to go to bed. Like, I didn't get up till 7 o'clock last night in the evening. So I haven't even been up 12 hours yet. Yeah. So anyway, Maya, I was saying that this I'm thinking about scheduling um, a time this week to show some jewelry, go on a live and just have some things picked out to show so people can see, get an idea of what I do. Because when someone says they make jewelry, like you don't know if they're stringing beads on some wire or if they're actually like soldering and stuff like that. There's a lot of ways you can make jewelry. So I want to show what sorry, excuse me, show what I do because it is different than most of the stuff that I see out there. I mean, if you go to Etsy, you'll find stuff in this not it's like similar to mine, but I don't see very many people mixing like metal, like sterling silver and copper, with polymer clay elements because a lot of people, when they hear polymer clay, they think of like cheap, like stuff that you wouldn't want to wear. And I just want people to see how I incorporate the clay uh, with like I use granite and different semi-precious stones, some turquoise, not that much turquoise, but yeah, I want y'all to see what I make. I use a lot of the Swarovski crystals. I wear a lot of them too, because they're so sparkly and they make such pretty colors. Some of the colors of the crystals that they make are beautiful, and they even make crystals that are like a matte. They're not real sparkly. They're kind of a matte. I don't want to say finish because they're not a finish. I mean they're matte all the way through, but they're like a dull but beautiful colors. Beautiful. Yeah. So anyway, so I'm gonna think about doing that probably towards the middle or end of the week. But I will make a post so I can try to give a heads up. I never know if people see when I make just, a written post. Like I made one earlier tonight asking for help. You don't wear jewelry. Yeah, there's a lot of people that don't. Well, I don't want to say a lot, but there's a few of you out there that don't wear a lot of jewelry. Your daughter does, yeah. Um, I'll tell you what, I wear a lot less than you would think, because I make it. But and just like I started out, I'm really at heart, I'm a stained glass artist. I learned how to make stained glass windows in about a year after I graduated high school. I graduated in 1980, so in the early 80s, I learned how to make stained glass windows and did that for years. And I never had a stained glass window in my house. It's the craziest thing. But I also used to make like little glass boxes, and on the lid, I would press my own flowers, like wildflowers, and I would make little arrangements, like with little leaves and pretty flowers and baby's breath. Then put a pure piece of clear glass over the top of that, and then solder all the way around. Anyway, I had a lot of the glass boxes that I made, but I never had a window in my house. You love stained glass? Yeah, I'll tell you what, going in a glass shop where they sell just the sheets of glass, it's like going in a candy store for me. They have some of the most beautiful glass, and it's so expensive, but it's so beautiful. And it's not like the old glass that you see in the old churches, that that dark, thick glass, like deep blues and deep reds mainly you see. They have so many pastel colors, and the glass they make nowadays is just amazing. Amazing. Yeah, stained glass is so pretty. Okay, Tiggs, thanks so much. I appreciate you helping me with my watch hours and talking. I'm so glad that you were talking tonight. Have a great day, and I will see you next time. But anyway, yeah, and you know what? I would love to. I don't have enough room in the studio that I'm in to, I couldn't set up to make stained glass in here at all. It's just too small. But I still have my grinder and stuff like that. And I think one day I will do it again. Sorry, this hair is bothering me. Hold on. Yeah, I think I will make. Oh, sorry, you guys. I'm trying to get this hair out of my face. I'll dabble in stained glass again. And if we end up, um, yeah, I know you're still waiting on a studio tour. I have got to do that. I really do. Maybe I'll do that tomorrow. First, I have to straighten it up. I was talking to Marla when I first came on tonight. I think she might have gone to bed, but my studio when I rolled in here tonight, I forgot how messy I left it, Maya. I was just too tired, I think, to clean up before I went to bed last night. Oh, I was. I started to. I was watching something on YouTube, sitting at my desk, and I started to. My head started to. I started nodding out, so I had to go to bed. I didn't pick up anything, and it is a mess. It really is. But so maybe I'll tidy up, and because I have to wait for Fluffer Squirrel to call, she's gonna come on and tell her trauma story. I think either Saturday or Sunday, where I'm shooting for. We have to try to figure out when we can both go on and try to find a time where people would actually watch. There's so many people in our community now with channels that you just have to go on, I think, when you want to go on and not worry about who else really is on. But she mods for three different people, so that's what we have to kind of work around. You have seen many artists record their tidy up. Oh yeah, yeah. Um, that's an idea. Except I don't know how. I don't have a tripod to set my camera on, and being in a wheelchair and trying to hold a camera and roll around in my chair, it can't be done. Believe me, y'all would be looking at my lap a lot because I would have to set like the phone down to roll. uh, anyway, I was trying to videotape my little dog on because I get on my electric scooter and then I have him on his leash and he's a little long-haired Chihuahua and his little back legs move so fast. They are so cute. They crack me up. So I tried recording him a couple of times and I got a little bit that I can use for a short. And I tried to make a short the other day with the Benny Hill theme song, you know, how fast that is. And it's it's not exactly how I want it, so I didn't post it, but it's hard to be in a wheelchair and do anything else except roll and like yeah, I would need a tripod. Yeah, I don't have one. I do. I'll show you what I have. Oops. That was my propane tank for soldering. I have one of these things that um, it hooks onto your like desk or something right there, and then it has these arms that you can move all around. So like I could set it up there, but then I would roll out of the camera range a lot. So y'all would like be getting clips of me rolling back and forth, going in and out of the camera range. So yeah, and I don't. Richard might have a tripod, but I don't think so. He has a real expensive camera, like the old kind, fashion kind of cameras, like um, not a phone camera. But I don't think he has a tripod for it. I'll ask him because you never know. Yeah, well, I don't even know what these are called. For real. I mean, it's pretty cool. And I had it hooked up actually last week because on my desk, I'll show y'all. I'm going to turn this for a minute. See if you can see my messy desk. Um, see how it has this part? So I had it hooked up there, and I had the phone pointing down where I work on my clay. But my problem was when I had it on record, I couldn't see what it was recording. I I kind of need it like to come from behind me and like have the camera coming from here so I can see what's being filmed, if you know what I mean. So I haven't quite, it's called a camera arm. Oh, you call it that? Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Um, so to get it from coming from behind me, I guess I would need a tripod again, right? Maybe I can find one. Usually you can find that kind of stuff in thrift stores around here. I think I will put that on my list of things to look for at a thrift store. I don't go to those very much anymore. I used to go all the time, but since I moved to Jacksonville, I mean, I've been here 2.5 years, but I can drive, but I don't have a car. He won't let me drive his van, so I don't go out that much except on my scooter. Luckily, like there's a arts and crafts store not very far away from me, and there's a Walmart, and there's a corner store, so I can get to those places on my scooter. But as far as thrift store shopping, I don't get to go that much anymore, and I really miss it. But I'm going to put that on my list. I have one other thing on my list. I need to get a big armoire for my bedroom because I have some stuff in boxes that this condo that we live in, there is nowhere, there's no cabinet room, there's no closet room. It's horrible. It's horrible for storage. And so I have some like boxes in my room. There's nowhere to put the stuff. So I need to get a big armoire so I can have that for extra storage, you know? And the closet in my room is so small, you guys. I'm used to having like a walk-in closet, and now I just have a closet that has one door on it, has a folding door on it, and oh, it drives me crazy because I can't fit. I don't have a lot of clothes like I used to, but I have a lot less than I want. But I can't get new clothes because I have nowhere to put them. And like my winter clothes, um, that's mainly like what is in boxes in my room. Like when I change out my closet from winter to summer, I never have anywhere to put the clothes that I switch over. So I need an armoire and a tripod. You have a web camera pointed down on your desk, but because it is hooked to your computer, you can see, oh, you can see what's in the shot. I get it. That makes sense. Now, all I have is this laptop, and then, but I have three phones that I use. I have this Apple, and it's a real small, it's an Apple 8. It's old. Um, I only use that for to make videos or to ask it a question like I just did. This one is, this is old, like this is only, what's it called? It's a four, uh, what's it called? Like we have five now. This one I get for free from the government. It's a free phone for poor people. If you are poor in this country, they will give you a free phone with a free phone number, unlimited texts and calls. Um, but it it only, what's it called? Not the bandwidth. Um, you know, it used to be four. Now the new phones have five. I don't know if y'all know what I'm talking about because I don't know the correct words to use. And then my third phone, I keep it because it's big and I can text or I can like I hook I go on YouTube in my bedroom a lot from my bed and I can connect it to my TV. So I kind of use it like a remote control or I text on it too because it's just easier to text on because it's so much bigger. Yeah, you get a free phone here if you are poor. Um, if you're on food stamps, um, and if you're on food stamps, that means you usually get Medicaid, which is different than Medicare. Medicaid is run by each state, has a Medicaid department, which is medical insurance. It's not very good medical insurance, and not all of the doctors take it, but at least it's some kind of medical insurance. It's called Medicaid, CAID. And if you're on that and food stamps, then you can get a free phone. But like I said, it's not like a new phone. New phone. It's like an older model, so it takes like when I try to go on Google and I'm out somewhere, it takes forever to pull stuff up. Like it takes forever for the internet to come up. Um, yeah. So now Medicare. I have Medicare and Medicaid. I have Medicare because I'm on disability. I've been on it for 22 years. I got it because I have a spinal cord injury and I'm disabled, and so I get disability and Social Security disability insurance. It's called, but Medicare is also for retired people. If you work in this country and you retire at 65, you automatically get um, Medicare, and that is dental. There is some dental on it, and most doctors, if not all, but no, not all, but most doctors do take Medicare, just not Medicaid. And food stamps, y'all don't have food stamps there? Food stamps, if you make under a certain amount, and I'm not even sure what it is. Food stamps are run by each state, so each state is different. Like when I was living in California, uh, I got, I think, like $300 a month in food stamps. Now I moved to Florida and it went down to like 196. Uh, Florida just doesn't give as much as California does. Now, and the food in California did not cost any more than the food costs here. But each state gets to, excuse me, make their own guidelines as far as food stamps goes. But you have to make less than like, I want to say, like maybe less than 12,000 or 15,000 a year, something like that. And when you're considered poor, that is poor, uh, you can get food stamps. You get a certain amount a month for yourself, and then you get more for each member of the family. Like if you have two kids, then you would get, you'd get three. I don't know how much you get for each kid. It's different in each state, but yeah, you get food stamps here, and they're called stamps because they didn't look like stamps. They looked like they used to come, they were printed on paper and they used to come in a little booklet, like about smaller than a dollar bill. And they came in different denominations. Like you got a lot of $1 and $5, and I think there might have been even a $10 one. I'm not sure why they call them stamps, but they used to be like, I don't know, about that big, and you would have to tear them out. It was embarrassing because everybody knew you're on food stamps. Now you get like a plastic credit card, and you just slide the card like you do any other card, so people don't necessarily know you're on food stamps unless it's someone else on food stamps and they know what the card looks like. You know what I mean? But anyway, it's not near as embarrassing to. It doesn't embarrass me to be on food stamps, but it embarrasses a lot of people. But since we have a plastic card that we slide like a bank card, it's not as embarrassing. But then also, people used to sell their food stamps. You get 50 cents on the dollar. And now, like having the plastic card, that has stopped a lot of that because that's highly illegal. You do not want to get caught doing that. But so it's hard to sell your food stamps now because you can't really just give someone your card. I mean, they still do it, believe me. There's ways around it, but it's not near as easy as it used to be. But yeah, food stamps, Medicaid, that's all poor people's stuff. But I've been on all that for so long because, I mean, my accident was 22 years ago, and I left work the night of my accident and then never could work after that. It was so weird how your life can change in a matter of minutes. Just my life completely changed so quick. It's like I didn't know what happened. It was crazy. Yeah, accidents can be so brutal, so bad. I often think, like, if I wouldn't have had my accident, what I would be doing right now. And yeah, it's kind of, I can get sad thinking about it, and then I can get mad thinking about it. But I mean, who can I get mad at? God. That doesn't work out very well for me when I do that. You don't have that stuff there. Wow. How does medical insurance work over there? Do y'all are are you like do y'all have to buy your own medical insurance, or um, does the government give it to y'all like in Canada? I think all their medicals, I want to say they just get it's I don't know if it's free necessarily, but basically I think the Canadians their medical is given to them. I know they're on a socialized system, which I don't know exactly what that means, but yeah, I don't know if y'all pay for medical or if your government pays for it. And do doctors and are doctors in the UK rich like they are here? Like, is that a profession that pays well like over here? If you want to be rich over here, you have to become a doctor or a lawyer. I mean, those are the two, big ones. Of course, there's a lot of ways to be rich over here, but like if you're going to college, if you're in medical school or law school, you can pretty much bet you're gonna make a good living when you finish. But anyway, the delay in the chat just throws me off so much. Still, hmm, there's only 3 of us here, you guys. I think I'm gonna hop off straight in my studio. My dog will be waking up because as soon as it gets light outside, he expects me to take him for a walk. People can buy health insurance here that covers private health care, but you all get medical treatment through the government. Oh, I see. Now, so if you if you if you buy the private health care, is it usually considered you get better health care that way? That's what it makes me think that if you already have it, but you can also buy it, and that covers private health care. Is that considered to be like, do you get better doctors? Or I hate to say that because I know that's not necessarily true. No, you get health care. Oh, you get it faster. Ah, I see. So let me ask you this. Like, um, over here, they've changed the law so much, but to get pain medication, it's really hard now. And they've changed the laws to where you have to see a pain management doctor to get prescribed pain medication more than like 3 days worth, or I think they can prescribe up to a regular doctor can prescribe up to maybe 7 days worth, 3 to 7 days worth. I can't remember. And if you want to get like continual treatment, like every month, go back and get your refills, you have to go to a pain management doctor. But to get in to see a pain management doctor, most of the time takes at least a month. So you have to wait, which is okay once you get in there because then you can go back, monthly. But it's the initial waiting, and like I'm trying to find a new pain management doctor, and so if I go to one and they won't prescribe something strong enough to help me, I'm going to have to go to the next one. And so I'll have to wait another month. I mean, it drives me crazy. So, do you have to wait a long time to get, like, say you have the flu or something, or an infection, and all you need is antibiotics? If you need antibiotics, you need to get them pretty fast usually. You don't have to see a pain management doctor to get pain meds. The regular doctor does that, yeah. But like, say you need antibiotics, can you get in there fast enough without having private insurance? Like, or do they make you wait so long that it's not worth the wait, and so you go ahead and purchase the insurance so you can get in there faster? Did that come out right? Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm just wondering if they make you wait so long that's why people go ahead and buy the private insurance so they don't have to wait because, man, if you have to wait for some antibiotics by the time you get in there to see someone, I mean, you could be in real trouble. You know what I mean? I'm just waiting for the answer. I need to go eat something too. Anyway, yeah, they didn't make us start having to see a pain management doctor. And now I think that varies state by state. So, but I think, well, no, maybe not, because when I was in California, I had to go to a pain specialist also. So that might be national. I don't know. If you're sick or something unexpected happens, you can call the doctor's office in the morning and get there the same day. Wow. Well, that's good. That's good. That's good. Oh, wait. I'm thinking, gosh, I don't know why. I thought, I know you're in Norway, but I was thinking of the UK. Okay. Sorry, Maya. I'm so dumb. I forget who I'm talking to sometimes. I mean, I didn't forget I was talking to you, but I forgot you were in Norway just for a second there. Anyway, um, it has been an hour and 10 minutes. I'm going to hop off of here and go do my stuff. I appreciate y'all stopping in, and thanks for talking so much to me, Maya, because if no one's like talking to me, I don't know even what to talk about. I get like real nervous because I don't want dead air. Like Aaron says, that dead air makes him nervous. It kind of makes me nervous too. So, anyway, okay, I appreciate you guys. Thank you so much, and I will see y'all on the flip side. Have a good night or day. Bye now.